Marvel Rivals Season 2 is almost here, and I got the lucky opportunity to play on the early access server, so let's go over everything to look forward to in Season 2. And of course, thank you Marvel Rivals for the opportunity. I'm gonna try my best to go in an order that sort of makes sense. So here it is in the main menu screen, and let's go over some of the events. Starting off, first, the new Scarlet Witch skin will actually be completely free. All you need to do is play the game when Season 2 drops, a total of 9 games, and you'll get the Chaos Gown skin. There will also be another event called the Cerebro Database, where you will get a Mantis Flora Maiden skin, and this is very similar to the events that we kind of already know, similar to all the other seasons we've done so far. Just different missions, you finish them, you'll get a gallery card, and once it's all done, you'll get the skin, similar to like the Groot skin. We can head into the shop and see some of the new skins, like Emma Frost, the X Revolution bundle, which is a really cool comic book skin callback, but with a little bit more of a Marvel Rivals flair, but still really cool. I love comic book skins coming to life in this game, or not really coming to life, coming to digital in this skin. This is her VIP windscreen, or MVP windscreen, I suppose is the correct term. Her with her nice little stopwatch. And then of course we get her brand new emote for it as well, getting frustrated and breaking it. And then her nameplate as well as her spray. And the other new skin is Star-Lord King of Spartax bundle. We see him daunting this brand new looking suit with a bunch of gold trimmed around it, looking fire. Of course, here is his MVP animation as well. Looking pretty cool, looking drippy. You know what I'm saying? He got that on. He likes it. You know what I'm saying? There's still a little bit of stupid there though. But it's just who he is. And of course, we get an emote of him actually being bored with the suit, which is pretty funny. And then we get his nameplates, and then we also get his spray. Nothing else is new in the costume section. Those are the only 2 new costumes technically, besides the battle pass. And of course, they've actually included the ability to gift skins, which is a pretty cool function. It'll just be next to the purchase button, and you have to be at least account level 10 to start gifting skins, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. Now, before we head into the Emma Frost gameplay, we can check out her cosmetics and things here. This is the X Revolution skin, which I just showed you. This is her base costume skin, which is also really good. And then the alternate color, which I hadn't seen before. I really like this alt color. Actually, I much prefer this alt color than the base skin. I'm not gonna lie. That dark blue looks really cool. The blue sapphire skin. I like this. This is a pretty cool outfit. And then of course you can see her MVPs here. Her regular MVP is this. I guess maybe I should do inspect. There you go. Pretty cool. And then also her base emotes. Then you got the emote we just saw. And then all the different sprays. Oh, excuse me. Her abilities. Her lore. And then let's check out her proficiency. Her proficiency, this is her basic emblem, her basic KO prompt we all know. This is the tier 1 KO prompt, pretty cool looking. And then tier 2, that looks pretty cool. It adds like a bit of her like ice beams mixed with like the shape of her ultimate into it. That's pretty cool. And then of course her basic avatar, and then her Lord icon skin, which looks pretty good too. If you want to see the battle pass, I'm going to put that at the end because I'm not really going to talk over it and just kind of show every little bit and piece of it. So that'll be at the end of the video. And now we head into the practice range to check out Emma Frost and her complete kit. These are all of her abilities: Telepathic Pulse, Faceted Fury, Psionic Seduction, Diamond Form, Carbon Crush, Psychic Spear, Mind Aegis, and Crystal Kick. She has a lot to go over. So starting off with her left click is this beam, which you can do about 15-ish meters, about 15 meters of distance before you kind of leave the range of it. And if you notice at the bottom center, there's a bar that builds up. The longer you do damage, like the more damage you do, and the more that bar builds up, the more max damage you will do, getting yourself all the way to 100. She's not like Scarlet Witch where it's kind of infinite. She does have to reload, but once she gets to that 100, it can do some devastating damage, I'm not gonna lie. And if you stop for a short period of time, of course, it'll quickly diminish itself. Pretty fast, actually. It goes away pretty fast. So you kind of want to always make sure that bar is being built up in some way, shape, or form, which is kind of cool. Her next ability is her wall, which is her right click, which she can just hold it and send it to a certain max distance that you want to send it. And you can also recall it with F. It's about a 3-second cooldown. And you can just instant put it in front of you. You can shoot through it. Enemies cannot shoot at you. Obviously, it is a wall. So kind of cool. You can go whatever distance you want with it, kite around it, stick behind it, whatever you need to do. Her other ability is her E ability, which with this E ability, she will choose a specific target and get this crystal. You can shoot the crystal in any direction and it'll do damage to the person it's connected to. Now, the thing that makes it also extra special is it is a bonus damage to the enemy, but it will also explode, causing a little bit of a burst damage at the end once the crystal completely goes away. We'll do it one more time, like this. You'll see, and it pops, and there is a little bit of a damage explosion, causing a little bit more burst there in the end. But it is an actual projectile. This doesn't go to the closest enemy, so you do need to make sure you're accurate with it. Jeez, I can't speak today. Accurate with it, and make sure you hit your shots. Now, her left shift is her diamond form, which for 8 seconds, you just start boxing it out. But you can also notice on the bottom right that her other abilities have changed in this diamond form. Also, it's about a 15-second cooldown. I'm going to take off cooldowns, though, just to make this a little bit easier. There we go. Now, left shift, she has a right click, which causes this kick, and an E, where she grabs somebody, slams them, and you can just kick them. It's with an insane follow-through, which is kind of disrespectful, because you can honestly kick them off the map, kick them into walls, whatever you kind of want to do. And it's just extremely rude. It's so rude and very disrespectful. Slamming them into the wall does bonus damage as well. So that's her diamond form. You just keep boxing it out, which is so crazy to me. Now, her ultimate ability is this, causing damage over time. And also, whoever is in the ultimate cannot use their own ultimate. Does damage over time. You can't use your ult. And after a little bit of time, it forces the enemy to walk towards Emma. And the range is also kind of nuts. It's kind of, look, I'm even pulling up the bot from up top. It's huge. It is huge of a range. Pulling enemies in, shutting down their ultimate abilities. And if it lingers, you will command their mind, forcing them to come towards you. It's just insane. You can see on top of their HP bar, there's a little bit of a symbol that'll show you how much it's built up for them to finally be quote-unquote mind controlled. You kind of see it's building up, and then they get mind controlled, and then they start walking towards you. So crazy of an ultimate ability. She's gonna be a lot of fun. And then also, this is her melee. It's just a little bit of like a psionic blast, a little bit of a distance to it. You can kind of stay, you know, 4 meters away from somebody and hit somebody with a melee attack if you ever need to. So there you go. Now, the next major thing to look at is the brand new team-up abilities. Let's start off with Magneto with Emma Frost, where he's allowed to clone himself and double his damage output. Double left click, double right click. It is actually kind of insane being able to do that. And he just kind of like floats around with you. It's so insane. And what's even crazier is you can double bubble each other, but this is where it's actually insane. You can not only bubble yourself with the clone, but if you give it to an ally, you give it to an ally and the clone will give it to you. So you will be double shielded with them, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. Look at that. 2 bubbles on me and my ally. I'm saving myself and a support every time, which is kind of crazy. And then you just continue doing the double hits. Look at that. I just, wow. It's just crazy. But, of course, the ultimate ability cannot be doubled up. But when you do use your ult, it just kind of starts auto-attacking somebody. So it'll just do damage in general, which is kind of cool. Can't hate on that. You just see him. He does damage on top of you building up your ult. So that's pretty cool. And not only can Magneto get this team up, but Psylocke can as well. So prepare for double right click, left click, shift, dashes. It's gonna be ridiculous with her as well. It's actually gonna be ridiculous. What happens? Oh, we both go Invis too. that is kind of nuts. And it's of course only a single ult, and then she also does like Magneto. She just kind of does damage over time. So that is the Emma Frost team-up ability with Magneto and Psylocke. The other team-up ability we have to check out is Bucky and Captain America, which you can confirm a clash with Captain America, similar to like Hulk and Wolverine and Thing kind of connecting with one another, or Groot and stuff like that. It does damage. You guys go to each other and it does damage. And it does, honestly, good damage. It has quite a bit of a cooldown. I think it's 12 seconds normally. Of course, I have cooldowns off right now. But not only can you clash with Captain America, giving each other a cool little high five, you can jump to allies, which it does way less damage. Actually, it's not that much of a difference compared to the Captain America one. Let me see. Boom. It's a bit of a damage change. Yes, clashing with Captain America definitely does more damage. Also, this does reload your weapon. So let me take off this. It does reload your weapon as if it's one of Bucky's abilities. So he's kind of, that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of insane. That is the Bucky Captain America team up. Now the other team up is Scarlet Witch with Doctor Strange. Hitting your C will turn your right click more into like a minigun, which you do have to be accurate with. It's not like her left click where it just kind of goes on an enemy. But what makes this crazy is not only you're just holding right click, but you can actually hold left and right click, and you are now doing the suck and the minigun, which is crazy. And it lasts quite a bit of time. So you have to be accurate with your right click, not too accurate with your left click. You guys already know how her ability works. You can kind of be extremely off and it'll connect to somebody still. So that's kind of nuts. You lock in on somebody, you're doing damage. You are doing damage, and it goes quite a bit of a range as well. It's actually kind of nuts. Like, it's kind of crazy. If somebody's a distance from you, like, your left click will go on this person, and then your right click would kind of go to somebody else, and you're kind of doubling your damage out to two different people, which is nuts. This is going to be a crazy one for Scarlet Witch players. Another big change was that Namor no longer has his ice squid. It now has a gamma squid, which does a beam of damage, which is kind of insane. And the range of this squid is kind of ridiculous as well. So it does good damage. It also has kind of insane range. It will shoot pretty far depending on the opponent, and it's kind of nuts. It'll get enemies. It's getting bros like that. That was pretty far, dude, before it kind of like already clicked off. So that is also Namor. So your new 3 squids is now a gamma squid instead. Let's see, does it say anything specific? When Namor receives the radiation, he will summon a gamma monstro, which will continuously fire gamma rays at locked on enemies. The longer the rays hit, the higher the damage. So it actually works like Iron Man's like beam, basically. Like, what the heck? Look, it killed the one over there. That's ridiculous. And the longer it's on somebody, look at that. Oh my god, that's insane, dude. That is so insane. What a crazy squid. Now let's check out the patch notes of all of the characters, starting off with Captain America, where apparently his base health has been reduced from 675 to 650, but for some reason in the practice range it's showing 750, but I'm sure that'll get fixed later. And then now your shield has 50 less HP from 400 to 350, and that's it for Captain America. Now for the Doctor Strange changes, his left click has actually been reduced in damage from 18 to 16, and his Maelstrom of Madness ratio has been changed from 1.3 to 1.2, so you're doing a little bit less damage there as well. Now for Hulk, his movement speed has actually been increased from 600 to 650, which, hey, bro's kind of moving, which is kind of insane. He's actually kind of moving. And his indestructible guard has now been reduced by 2 seconds of cooldown, going from 12 to 10 seconds, and decreased the minimum charge time for his incredible leap from 0.7 to 0.5. So it's also a little bit, he's just a speedy boy now. He's in there faster, his shield's in there faster, his leaps are, you know what I'm saying, better. He's in there. He is now that guy. He low-key moving. Next, we have Magneto, which the only thing that was changed is that his ultimate costs a little bit more, going from 3,100 to 3,400. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get Magneto's ult. Next, we have Peni Parker, which her base health has increased from 650 to 750. Also, she can actually do crit damage now with her left click. She couldn't crit before. And her movement speed now in her webs are kind of insane. It's actually kind of crazy. She goes to 900 HP and she is zooming, dude. It's actually crazy. It's actually kind of insane. Also, her movement penalty has been reduced for like actually spamming things. Like you're just constantly moving so fast with all these buffs. And now we have the only thing changed about him is that his damage reduction ability has gone from 30% down to 25% damage reduction. So a little bit more damage coming in from enemies, just 5% difference there. Now we have Thor, which his base health has been increased up to 600, and now his movement speed also has increased just like Hulk. So him and Hulk are really just going to be walking people down. More HP, more survivability. He's moving in extremely freaking fast. Next for the duelist, we have Black Widow, which allows her to do another kick after plasma laser. So you can kind of double up after that, which is kind of cool, going into your enemies a little bit more than you could before. So that's kind of cool. Next, we have Hawkeye, which his bow draw speed has been increased, as well as the damage for his hypersonic ability has been increased. And during Ultimate, the ability is not as expensive anymore. You can get it faster from 3,700 to 3,100. And of course, the draw speed has been increased from 1.35 to 1.5 times multiplier. So he just got some extremely speedy buffs in his kit. He is reloading and charging up his bow faster. His ult gets faster. He's gonna be a bit more of a demon once again. And now we got some Hela changes. Her cooldown for her left shift has gone up from 12 seconds to now 15, so she can't escape as often. And then the right click actually does a little bit more damage from 30 to 35. And then the cooldown for her E is now 10 seconds instead of 12. So she can do a bit more damage and faster damage, but her escape is a little bit long, so that'll be important to pay attention to. Now we have the Human Torch, where his attack interval for his left click is a little bit faster, from 0.6 seconds to 0.5 seconds, and the launch timing of the primary attack has just been increased in general. Now the other one is Flaming Meteor. When you land on somebody now, you actually get 75 bonus health, which of course will start to fall off after a couple seconds. So when you land on somebody, you will actually get some bonus health, and it won't be as risky as it used to be. So you can kind of, you know, play a little bit more dangerously with that, getting that 75 HP. Now, the Iron Man changes. His hitbox has actually been changed. They've reduced his hitbox. I guess he had a janky hitbox that I didn't really know about, and he was easier to hit than he should have been. But now his hitbox has been fixed, and once you go into your gamma charge state, or your just charge state, you now get 100 bonus health. And it'll start going down after a couple seconds as well. And it actually also goes down with the ability. Like as you use it, as it starts finishing, it just kind of goes down with it. Like that's how you can kind of keep track of it. So that's the changes for Iron Man. Now, as for Iron Fist, his E ability does not give him 150 bonus HP. Instead, it's 100, but it actually goes down at a much slower rate. And then now, if you do your right click, which turns into that dashing punch, that's been changed a little bit. The damage has gone from 10 to 9, but the percentage damage for max health on an enemy is 1.7% to now 2.1%. And then, of course, his kick also got reduced in cooldown from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Now, Mr. Fantastic actually got quite a bit of changes. His HP has gone from 350 to 375, and the damage for Stretch Punch has been increased from 60 to 65 and from 75 to 80 while in his inflated state. So he's going to be doing overall a lot more damage. And now his inflated state, or this elongated state, actually causes a slow on enemies for 35% of it, which is kind of nuts. And the cooldown has gone from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. His other change is the elasticity gained from elastic strength has actually been reduced from 30 to 20, but the stretch punch has been increased from 5 to 8. And when you enter the inflated state, the bonus health provided has been reduced from 450 to 400. So that's also kind of freaking cool. So he's still a big chunky boy. He's still doing damage. He's still doing what he's got to do, but it's been kind of fixed a little bit. Now, the other thing that a lot of people used to do with Mr. Fantastic was get into inflated state, then ult, because you would have the bonus HP. Now, when you ult, you actually automatically get the bonus health you would get from inflated state. So you can kind of actually just go for it when you get your ult, because before, people would just kind of kill you if you didn't have that bonus health pretty easily overall. So those are some pretty interesting Mr. Fantastic changes. And now for Moon Knight, his left click is faster than it was before, from 120 meters per second to 150. And his right click actually gives you 25 bonus health for every bounce it does. That's 4 bounces, 100 bonus health, which is crazy. His grappling is also a lot faster, from 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds for his startup time. So that'll be a lot faster to maneuver around. And then finally, his ultimate, which is kind of crazy. They've increased the time of his ultimate. It lasts longer, from 14 to 18 seconds. It does more damage in the center, and then it has damage fall off towards the edge, about 70% at 5 meters. So that's kind of crazy. The amount of talons, oh, I guess it's talons from 14 to 18. Sorry, not time. Time is 3.5 to 4.5 seconds. I said that incorrectly. But yeah, his ultimate is a lot more threatening than it was before. Now for the Scarlet Witch changes, we see that chaos control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage from 60 seconds to 80 per second, which is kind of nuts. And then also her burst projectile has been increased from 35 to 40, and the spell field damage also from 35 to 40. She also got an increase to the cooldown of Mystic Protection from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, and reduced phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So her survivability trying to escape is a little bit worse than before. And then also it reworked the slow penalty on her ultimate, starting at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to 35% slow over 3.5 seconds. So she would start off pretty slow in the beginning, but now she moves quite a bit for the first 1.5 seconds, and then she starts having that slow that she had before. Now for Star-Lord, they reduced the blaster barrage damage from 80 per second to 75, and introduced a new damage fall-off mechanic for it, starting at 4 meters and maxing out at 80% reduction at 8 meters. So now, doing this, the closer you are, the more damage you'll do with that fall-off, and then in general, it does a lot less damage. Now, as for the Bucky changes, his right click has been reduced from 8 seconds cooldown to 12 seconds, and his ultimate also does less damage, from 100 to 80, and now the percentage health on top of their bar has been reduced from 20% to 15%. So you got to do more damage to the enemy overall to hit that little bit of a marker so he can go again. And now we have the Wolverine changes. So for his left click, his rage gained is now from 7 to 10, but the range gain from Berserker Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. And they also reduced the rage gain from his Feral Leap ability as well, from 20 to 15. But the rage gained from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. So they kind of just balance that out a little bit. And then also his ultimate has been changed. The amount of time an enemy is knocked down has gone from 1 second to 0.75 seconds. And now we have Adam Warlock, which his left shift ability has been reduced cooldown from 30 seconds to now 40 seconds, which is extremely long. So you better use your soul bond extremely wisely. And his ultimate ability now revives allies with 30% of their HP instead of a fixed 100% HP. So that's an interesting change for Adam Warlock. Now we have Cloak and Dagger, which their changes their ultimate. Instead of the first couple of dashes she does, the first 1, 2, and 3 dash, disappearing first before the last dash, they all leave at the same time. So it kind of felt like a trail beforehand. So the beginning part of your ult would be wasted compared to the end of it. But now it all goes away at the same time, which is really cool. Kind of makes it feel together, I guess. It makes it feel a lot better for sure. For Invisible Woman, the only thing that was changed is that her shield's HP has been reduced from 300 to now 250. Now for Loki, the only thing that actually changed is his regeneration domain. His left shift has now a longer cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. Now, as for the changes of Mantis, her HP has been reduced from 275 to 250, and the effects of her Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can now be stacked onto an ally, which is kind of crazy. That's a bit of a crazy one, I'm not gonna lie, being able to stack them onto one person. So that's an interesting change for Mantis. Now, as for Rocket Raccoon, his right click, they'd reduce the healing area from 70 health per second to 50 health per second, but they added a new effect causing allies hit to get 55 HP. So a little bit more of a burst. And then now the projectile speed reduction has been increased from 4.5 meters per second to 7 meters per second. They also increased the cooldown for jetpack dash, and you can also go a lot less. It goes from 6 to 10 seconds for cooldown, and now you can only go 8 meters instead of 10. But if you do wall run, you can actually still kind of get that distance. If I can wall run properly, you can still kind of get the crazy distance from beforehand if you wall run. And now the ultimate ability, which is insane. The damage boost has been reduced from 45% to 25%. But your allies will now receive an additional 100 bonus health per second, capping at 150. And then after breaking the link, the bonus starts to fall off after 1 second to 75 per second. And then of course, also the ult has been increased in terms of how long to take it. It is 3,700 now, and is now being increased to 4,000. So it's gonna take a little bit longer to get Rocket's ultimate, but now it gives you some bonus health on top of the bonus damage. Less damage, but more HP. I mean, I think it might be a positive, especially with this burst healing he has now. He might be kind of nuts. And now to show off the Krakoa Domination map. Oh my god, this map looks so freaking pretty. We're just gonna do a little bit of a walkthrough. Oh, this is where the revival happens. I'm a huge comic book nerd, of course, so the references here are so freaking cool for Krakoa. And oh my god, the Cerebro helmet is the icon indicator. That is so cool. Can we see anything from the eggs? I don't think so. The revival eggs. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, let's head to the mission area and see a little bit more. This whole area is just a hangout spot. Like, that's so freaking cool. Let's go check out the rest of this map. This is a domination match, so this is not Convergence or Convoy, so just to keep that in mind for yourself. But from what I can tell, this map is insanely freaking gorgeous, dude. Bringing in Krakoa is such a cool idea. I think this is so much fun. Look at this. Oh my lord. Oh, these are the portals. I know there's portal mechanics in here. Don't know how they work in particular. Not fully sure how they work on this map. Maybe it's like another point thing, or I mean, it is a living planet area, like I don't know, living island. So how is this gonna work with the portals? I'm not sure. Yeah, I see them. Not sure how they play effect. And then the first point is Cerebro. Look at that, dude. Oh my lord, that is so freaking cool. Where else can we go? Do the points? Oh, I guess we're gonna see here in a sec, but I guess the map itself just extends instead of being other parts like the other versions of Domination. So once we cap this, those white walls will go down and that will be the new point, I'm assuming. Wait, that's kind of nuts. Let's continue walking around and just checking things out, because this is a crazy looking map, dude. This is actually so crazy looking. I love it. It's very pretty though. Look at that. Let's go catch some views. They're just gonna keep walking around. We're just gonna keep walking around. Like, there's another portal there. There's some HP there. Look at that, dude. Look at that. I feel like these med packs are in really weird spots, but I mean, I guess I'll just have to play the map to really feel it out to understand where they might be. But they feel off to me as of now. They feel very off. Oh, look at the little guys. Look at the little guys. This is so cute. Cute looking map, dude. This is so pretty. This is so cool. This is a custom game, so I can't really like speed up any process or anything. So that's why we're just kind of making these tours. And this is the enemy side. Can we see in a little bit? Oh, see, I see a portal. A portal activated. Wait, can I go to my spawn? Is there a portal on my side now? Hey, let me go back. Let me go back. Oh, here is the portal activation. Teleport. Wait, what? I guess it's a map percentage one. After like 50%, it turns on. I'm assuming that was the vibe I'm getting. After 50%, the portals turn on and you can teleport from different areas. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I'm assuming it's a percentage thing. That was really cool. Now let's check out the other one, Carousel. And I can't check out the Grove because I'm by myself. How do I lose on purpose? How do I do that? I guess I gotta leave it to be a draw, I guess. That was, we can check out the Grove. Here's the other one. Whoa! Whoa! So the spawn area for this one starts off at a portal. And then you go into the... Oh! The Hellfire Gala actual party area. You know what I mean? We got the bar over here. That's kind of freaking cool. This map is so freaking pretty, dude. Oh my god. So the second map, this carousel map version of Domination, ends up being at the actual party location. Now we gotta wait a couple seconds to explore the rest of this map. This is so freaking cool, dude. Let's go. Let me explore. Let me go explore. Well, I'm not gonna capture it because we gotta let it be a draw so we can check out the grove. Look at this. 3 different. It feels like there's just 3 lanes. It's like an old Call of Duty map. It's like 3 lanes. What the heck? That's kind of crazy. And we got the portals back as well. Let's see. Let's just keep exploring. It looks like the portals will play in effect in every single one of these maps. Interesting. It feels so big as a map. It feels huge. Upstairs, downstairs, like holy. Here's more of the portal. Little dining areas. Destiny calls, and this looks so crazy. And then what does the point look like? The portal is right by a health pack too, which is kind of crazy. So this is where the point is. Is that Drogo? Is that supposed to be Drogo? Dude, Marvel Rival devs, they actually like love their stuff. Like they love their Marvel Rivals. That is so cool. Can I change teams? Is there any way to change teams? I can't. Oh, I wish I had somebody. I think that's Drogo though. That is so freaking cool. That is actually so sick. These devs love their comic book stuff. They know what they're talking about, bro. I love the references they do. So freaking cool. I'm gonna make a video on Drogo now. Holy crap. I had to restart the game to go into the Grove. Oh, look at these Spider-Man fans. To go into the Grove and just kind of RNG and hope for it. But I did add enemy bots just in case it didn't work, so I could just lose. Is that Logan? Like the Peach Momoko Logan? That has to be, right? Oh, dude, these references, dude. I think it's Logan. I think that's the wolf's name. For Psylocke. That's Psylocke's wolf in Peach Momoko's version of Psylocke. Which is the one that's in this game. If you guys didn't know that as well. But this is the Grove. This is the 3rd point. Stop Ultron from infecting Krakoa. Oh. The Grove is pretty. The Grove is pretty. Oh. Look at those bots. Oh, yo, chill. Chill, bots. Chill. I'm trying to do a tour. Now's not the time. Now's not the time. Charles. That looks so good. Look at all of them on the point, dude. What losers. I can 1v6. On God, I can. But look at this. Charles Xavier, which is kind of funny. A lot of people don't know that bro's been walking for a long time. And bro's kind of like, he's low-key a villain. Like, bro's kind of crazy about it now. I'm not going to lie. But I'd love to see him in this game. That'd be so cool. He'd actually be so freaking cool to see in this game. I would love to see him in a wheelchair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the iconic 97 type fit. But I don't think that fit would ever work because they're probably going to do the version of him standing. Because that's the one we see. So we'll have to just kind of see customization-wise. Oh, we have a Storm statue over here too. Whoa. That looks so cool. There's literally a little storm going around there. A little tornado. That's so freaking cool of an effect. I want to see when do these portals activate. I'm assuming 50%. 50 freaking percent. And do they all go to the same portal? Can we see which? Oh, okay. It highlights which one they connect to. So those two connect. Interesting. Where are the enemies at? Where'd the bots go? And this one takes me up top. Okay, so there's gonna be a little bit of portal tag, a little bit having to remember what the portals feel like and look like. It's an oh hey guys chill, guys chill, guys please, oh guys please, oh gee, I'm gonna die against bots. Leave me alone. I wasn't trying to. I'm just giving a tour. Oh, look at Magnus. Oh, Magneto. Okay, all right. I just got defeated by Captain America easy. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh, dude, look at my body on Magneto's statue. Oh my god, that is so freaking goofy. That is so goofy. So where does okay? Emma's right there. She got her own statue too. So this one takes me a little bit forward into this one. I wonder if it's your cooldown or if it's multiple people can go at the same time and it doesn't affect either player. Very interesting. That is Krakoa. Now, for the last thing to show you guys is the battle pass. I'm just gonna kind of zip it. I'm just gonna show it off. I don't really have anything to add when it comes to the battle pass, so I'm just gonna kind of click through all of it. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you guys learned some stuff and enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.